Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Welcome, everyone, to the Outer Points Production Studio, located inside of the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is part of the Knockout Challenge series, if you will. This is the Ultimate 10 Ball. We started out with 32 players. We're down to, well, this is round 2 yet. The second last match in round 2, we're going to be down to, we have 10 players left right now, so I am going to take you out to the table. I'm here all by myself tonight. Isn't that terrible? Somebody want to come and sit with me and commentate? You can if you want to. All right, I'm Little Cheddar, and again, thank you everybody for being here. Greatly appreciated. I am going to turn it out to the table, and we're going to go. I'm going to put the rules up there for everybody so you can see it, and I'm going to go out and get the players to lag. And we are underway. Good evening, everybody. Pete Beshta first in the chat, followed by Dave Brockman. Tyler's tilted, cheering on Paul. Well, hopefully nobody was here last night or waiting for the stream to come back on. The entire city, well, I shouldn't say the entire city, but from what I understand, the majority of the city was without internet last night. The bar had no, it was cash only, so I ended up recording the stream for Tim Stockinger and Chris Peace and loaded it up last night once the internet came back on. But, yeah, kind of unfortunate for those guys. And there were a lot of people hoping to see that match. I think if I was playing, I would have hit that one quite a bit harder, actually, because that 7 was going to take the majority of the momentum off of that cue ball. And unfortunately, it ended up right behind it anyway. Good hit. Good hit. But do you give this one back? Oh, he did. Interesting strategy. Pretty thin cut for Paul, and he's kind of jacked up over this 10 ball, so got to be very careful to not nudge anything. I like that shot. I think if you go for that, it's a sellout. Nicely done. Nicely done. That's a good save by Eric. Ooh. All right, Eric strikes first. So hello to everyone up in Kewanee. I know that's where Paul is from. I was actually working in Algoma all day today. Kewanee County. And I completely forgot where Eric is from. Somebody in the chat tell me. I do not remember for the life of me. All right, 8 ball goes in, 5 ball goes in. And unfortunately for Paul, no shot on the 1. Very good safety, though. Sun Prairie. Thank you, Kim. Wow, you have the same last name. That's... You must know him really well. Ooh. Oh. Looks like Paul is going for a 3 foul here. Oh, boy. Not a good choice. All right, so... You're definitely related then. Hello, Eric's mom, Kim. Kyle Vertel tuning in from Wapaka. What's going on, Peyton Foltz? Crispy as well. Good hit by Paul. And did not leave Eric with any offensive shot. Offensive, I should say. Might be offensive. Roger Pregler. Roger came down to help last night in the middle of the solar storm, if you will. To no avail. But thanks for trying anyway. Jason Maddie tuning in from Phoenix, Arizona. Cheering on Eric. Well, if this keeps up the rest of the night, this is going to be a lot of. I think it's going to be a low-scoring match because this is really turning into a safety battle for both of them, and I completely understand why. The first rack, there was a couple of balls that were tough to get at, and now the 2 is tough to get at for Eric, or both of them, obviously, but. To answer your question, Kyle, Tim Stockinger ended up winning over Chris Peace. It ended up going to 3 sets. Tim won the first one. Wait, did it go to 3? I can't remember. I think it went to 3. Yes, because Tim did not play well. The second set, and then just poured it on set number 3. I'll tell you what, I got to give a shout out to Chris Peace and Joe Burdette. Joe Burdette was extremely helpful last night, operating the time clock for me. The shot clock, and I had a match clock. Obviously, it was not streamed, so. What's happening, Chad Johnson? Yeah, bless your heart too, Kyle. Ding! Mark Bell is in the house. Randy Thyre. Is it Thury or Thyre? Cheering for Paul. Randy, are you up in the Kewanee area as well? Lots of folks tuning in from Kewanee. We'll leave it right there for that straight in 10 ball for Eric. Going up 2-0. Doing well, Mark. Tim Stockinger ended up winning over Chris Peace. So, as I was saying, Joe Burdett sat and even that he would rode with Eric Winburn. I'm sorry, not Eric, with Chris Peace last night. Drove together. So Joe was operating the shot clock, and the guys worked it out instead of because they both drove 2 hours to get here. So instead of rescheduling, we just played it out. Mark, it ended up going. Tim won the first set. Chris won the second set, and then Tim just an all-out blitz against Chris. In Roger, do you remember? I think it was 6-0 or 6-1, something like that. But it was pretty handily. Tim caught a gear, and really played well. Oh, that's right, Roger. You ditched me. Olivia Olszewski, Paul's daughter. Welcome, Olivia. I think you were here his last match as well, right? That is going to be ball in hand for Olivia's dad. I think if Paul really wants to, he could 3-foul Eric here. Left himself a little bit of a steep cut on this 3-ball. I think he would have liked to have gotten a little bit closer to that. Josh Jennerjohn also cheering on Paul. Ryan Pawlowski also cheering on Paul. A lot of Paul Olszewski fans in the chat tonight. Yikes. This is a tough hit for Eric coming up. Put himself in jail. Wow. What a great hit. That is nicely done. That was a good opportunity for Paul and did not take advantage. What's going on, Preston? You know what? Preston, I am just going to call you. Preston, I'm just going to call you Olivia's brother from now on. Paul's son. Kyle Thies also cheering for Paul. Man, he's got some serious fans out there. Paul's a pretty likable guy. So Olivia's brother says he's cheering for Paul since Christmas is not far off and he buys good present. That's really nice. Aw, that's very heartwarming. You should make a Hallmark card out of that. Olivia's brother. Hello down south. What's happening, Dusty Tables? Well, there's a good story. I like it. Josh Jenner-John says Paul got him drunk on Monday. Excellent. Why? Was it your birthday? What was going on? Was it a special occasion? Well, given the situation or the way this match has gone so far, I think if Eric can get out on this rack, that is going to be really difficult for Paul to overcome at this point in just in the first set. And I'm not saying it can't be done because it can. We've seen it with Cody Wettig. But a lot of these games have been safety. I mean, we've got 22 minutes have gone by once this game ends. And we have completed 3 games of 10 ball. So 3-0 in favor of Eric Winburn. Kim is happy about that. Crispy says, yeah, I want to know who buys the presents. Tyler saying, and a scratch and break, or a, wow, break and scratch for Paul. So this is not looking good for set number 1. Well, that is a miss by Eric and did not leave Paul with anything to shoot at. Good hit, though. Great hit. Not a lot of luck going Paul's way right now so far. Vincent Schrader, a.k.a. Viper. What's going on, Bill? I'm on the hill, Sorensen. Also, cheering on Paul. Man, I'll tell you, he's got a bigger fan club than anybody I know in the game right now. No, I'm never biased when I'm well, unless it's somebody I really don't like. I'm not a biased commentator, but man, as many fans as Paul has, it's hard not to root for him right now. All right. Paul's going to see if he can oh boy. That might hurt. Austin Alberts. Oh, yeah. Eric's the Viper. Yeah, I knew that. My bad. Tyler versus Justin Bergman right now in the Ultimate Pool. I like it. That is Ultimate Pool, right? Yeah. It's got to be. All right. Paul says this is not over yet. Three to one. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Ask Cody Wettig. Irene Liebenstein. Or is Liebenstein? Double snakes. The Viper. Double Viper. All right. Eric coming up dry. Paul back at the table again. And I'll tell you what, he better kick it in gear. He's got a rack to run. Now, this is the key shot. From the 2 to the 3 is going to make all the difference in the world. Tell you what, if he gets shape on this 3 ball, it's never mind. Eric taking his extension. I would do exactly the same. Got to burn up some clock now. Julie Bowman also cheering on Paul. Man, I'll tell you what, he's like 95% of the chat is all right. Paul has decided to concede the match, or I'm sorry, the set. All right, players have decided they are just going to keep right on going. All right, first set goes to Eric Winburn. Paul Olszewski set to break in the start of set number 2. Those are some pretty threatening words there, Olivia's brother. Olivia, I hope you're still watching. Otherwise, this isn't as fun for me. You know I love you, Preston. These guys, this is going to be another safety game, and this is going to be a long one. I don't think anybody's going to give anytime soon. I mean, this is just a complete mess of a rack. Okay, I might have I misspoke just a little bit, Olivia. For some reason, I don't picture Preston having any kind of feminine tendencies. Am I right, Olivia, or no? Olivia, no, I would not. This second set may end up being 1-0. Or they're just going to keep playing safes, and nobody's going to win the second set. It'll be tied 0-0. Jeez, this is like a tennis match. I like it. So, Olivia, who's older, you or Preston? Good shot by Eric. Does not like the end result. He is stuck on the end rail there. And these guys still got to contend with the 7-9 is ugly. Wow. That's 2 for the price of 1. With a shot on the 5. That was impressive. Preston is the firstborn. Olivia is the baby. All right, so there's 4 kids in our family too. And so was Olivia the golden child? She's spoiled? Let him fall. All right. Crispy's pleading the fifth. All right. Seems we got a battle. Got a battle in the chat. It's almost more fun than the safety battle on the pool table right now. Paul is struggling a little bit. This rack is brought to you by, as always, so, Olivia, is that true, or is Preston just busting your chops? Did we lose YouTube for just a moment? This happened yesterday, too, with the solar flare. Oi. Randy's giggling it up in there. All right, 1-0 Eric after 8.5 minutes. That was a long game of 10 ball. And I completely understand why. Man, that was a mess of a rack. Paul with a relatively open table here. The signature Olszewski nose. So Olszewski is... What nationality is that? That's not German, is it? Somebody tell me what Olszewski. Well, I've known Preston for quite some time, so I've always thought it was Polish. Just kidding. Oh, I was right. It is Polish. I'll tell you what, Olivia, you think... All right, that is ball in hand for Paul. Ooh, he's going for the 3 foul. I like it. And he's got a really good chance at doing it, too. Here. You want to see a German nose? Check that thing out. Thing's huge. Uh-oh. Don't go in there. Oh, man. Paul is just not getting any breaks at all. Screw you, Tyler. Holy cow. Are you serious, Preston? Holy man. They're gonna be burning buildings down and everything. Kiwani is going to be a char-broiled city by morning. Uh-oh. Well, that did not hit a rail. This is exactly what Paul needed. And he has got to get out this rack. That's good shape. Don't do anything fancy here. Pretty much a stop shot on the 8. He's dead straight in. Stop shot on the 9. Stop shot on the 10. Should be. Easier said than done when you have to win. All right, this 10 ball to tie it up. All right, get those fire extinguishers out in Kiwani. Too early for that. Half the match done. I'm sorry, half the set done. And it is tied up at 1 apiece. Logan Pengrazi. Tyler Bruschi. Just saw a car get lit on fire. What's going on, Matt Lund? There's 53 people in the chat right now, and I believe 52 of them are cheering, or 51 of them are cheering for Paul. Well, I don't believe Eric called that one, so that is going to be, even though the 7 went in, it is now Paul's shot, and he does not have much to work with to get on this 2 ball. And I was completely wrong. That was a hell of a shot by Paul. Nice pace. Avoids the scratch in the side. I'll tell you what, Paul's got a really good chance here to get this rack as well. Adam Granatella tuning in. Eric Winburn won the first set. No commentator's curse. But I think Paul's starting to catch a gear. I think he's found a little bit of a rhythm. I don't like the angle on this 6 ball that he just left himself with, though. It's way too steep to just hold it there for the 8 in the opposite corner. So now he's got to come up with something fancy. Tried to hold it and did not make the 6 ball. I'm very good at that, Tyler. All right. Another opportunity for Paul. That was a little jabby. That was a little jabby. Oh, boy. Eric has left himself with a long shot on the 9 ball. He's got 4.5, almost 5 feet to victory and hits it clean. Great shot. "11 minutes left." All right, Eric pocketing the 6 ball and a shot on the 1. Not easy shape to get on the 2 ball unless he decides to play a very long 2-3 combo or go past it. Yeah, I believe he's going to elect to play the combo or a safe. So we will still go to a third set if Paul can find a tie in this set or a win. Obviously, a win would be better. But he's got to be at the table to be shooting first. Good save by Eric. That was a very nice shot by Eric. Another good shot. Good speed control. Uh-oh. 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 I think he just hooked himself. Oh, goodness. That may change. Holy smokes. This was a really good run so far by Eric. And I think he hooked himself on the 10. Yep, he did. Electing to play safe or leave Paul with a tough shot. I think that is a smart shot by Paul. Very smart shot. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I believe Eric has left him with just enough of that 9 ball, just enough of that pocket to put the 9 in the side and try to get the cue ball almost to where it is, maybe a little bit shorter of where it is now. Nice shot. And left himself dead straight on the 10. Take a breath and hit it soft. Or just drill it in the pocket. The hell am I talking about? We are all tied up with 5 minutes and 4 seconds to go in set number 2. Let's hear the cheers from Kiwani. Here they come. Chad is lighting up. Again, all Paul has to do is, if he can win this set, obviously that's a huge advantage going into set number 3, but minimally he has to just get a tie. Balls falling everywhere. And a shot on the 3 ball. The 1 is in, the 2 is in, a shot on the 3. Not easy shape, though. That 6 ball is huge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Paul just hooked himself on the 5 ball. That's not good. I think he might be able to spin around this just a little bit. Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. You do not want to give Eric ball in hand with 6 balls left on the table and potentially run out the entire clock. 6 balls times 30 seconds. That's 3 minutes off the clock plus an extension. And he just took his extension. He could actually run this out, but he'd still have to finish the game in order to win the match, if you know what I mean. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Uh-oh. 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 Eric, I believe, just hooked himself on the 7 ball. I think he might be able to see it. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. So now, here's the situation. If you're Paul, and Paul has to be really aware of this, do you run out the clock and take a chance on going to a third set, or do you run out the clock and let time expire? And then you're going to play a third set because you don't want to let Eric back to the table and win the game, because then the match is over. What do you do if you're Paul? Oh, there's there's gamesmanship in this. Oh boy. Oh no. Now, if I'm Paul, I would wait. Oh my goodness. He's going to end up losing it. No, this did not just happen. And Paul is just beside himself. You can't see it. I'm not going to show it. He is just beside himself. Oh my goodness. I'm shocked. See that, and that's kind of what I was talking about, is I would have, and that's the match. Paul has conceded. What a horrible way to lose. I'll be back.